So this video is going to be all about HUD foreclosures, and it doesn't matter if you're a buyer looking for a house to live in, or you're a real estate investor, or even a real estate agent wanting to sell these properties. I'm going to give you a lot of information that you're not going to hear anywhere else, but I want to start out by giving you 2 quick points that you need to remember no matter if you watch these videos or not. Number 1, a HUD foreclosure is nothing more than an FHA loan. All that means is when an FHA loan goes in default and becomes a foreclosure, it goes to HUD. HUD properties are only FHA loans. And secondly, everything HUD does is going to be on their website, hudhomestore.com. If you don't remember anything else, remember that it's an FHA loan, and hudhomestore.com is where you want to go. That's where you're going to get all their information, all the buyer information, all the agent information, the properties for sale. You're going to see the winning bids when they post them, but all their information is on hudhomestore.com. All right, let's get started. For anyone that doesn't know what a HUD home is, a HUD home is a 1 to 4 unit residential property acquired by HUD as a result of foreclosure action on an FHA insured mortgage. HUD becomes a property owner and offers it for sale to recover the loss of the foreclosure claim. This is something really important to remember. HUD does not initiate or handle the foreclosure process, only the mortgage servicer. So let's say that the loan is with Wells Fargo or Bank of America. They're going to be the ones that actually does the foreclosure process. Once it's foreclosed upon, the bank gets it back, they're going to assign it to HUD. HUD Home Store is the listing site for HUD real estate owned REO single family properties. This site provides the public, brokers, state and local governments, and nonprofit organizations a centralized location to search the inventory for HUD properties for sale. Plus, registered real estate brokers and other approved organizations can place bids on behalf of their clients to purchase a HUD property. HUD Home Store also includes many informative, user-friendly features providing advice and guidance for consumers on the home buying process. Next, I want to talk about how HUD homes are sold. When a HUD becomes available for sale, it's going to be listed on hudhomestore.com, which we've already discussed. That's HUD's Bible. That's their website. Everything is going to be on their website. Plus, they're going to list it on the local MLS service. Any real estate broker who's properly registered with HUD may submit contracts for purchase. Now, here's one big difference with HUD compared to all the other REO servicers out there. Before HUD properties are publicly listed for sale, they're first evaluated to ascertain if they qualify for direct, exclusive sale to units of local government and FHA-approved nonprofit organizations. Generally, these properties are located in designated revitalization areas. We're going to talk about that more in a minute. HUD properties that are not sold under any special programs are then listed on hudhomestore.com and offered on an exclusive priority basis to owner-occupant purchasers, people who are buying the home as their primary residence. Following the exclusive sales period, unsold properties are then made available for purchase to all interested buyers, including investors, under the extended sales period. So HUD is just like Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. They only allow owner-occupants to bid on the properties in the first go-around. Now, all servicers have different dates for this, but it's the exact same as Fannie and Freddie. If you're an owner-occupant, you get first dibs. If you're an investor, you have to wait till it makes it through the owner-occupant status. Dollar home sales are HUD properties that have been offered for sale for 180 days and are not under contract. These homes will be offered to purchase to local government agencies only for a sales price of $1 along with applicable closing costs. No matter what you hear out there, the dollar home sales are not offered to us, the general public. They are only offered to government agencies. This next one's really easy. Who can sell HUD homes? In order to qualify to sell HUD homes, real estate brokers must complete and sign the following forms and any supporting documentation and submit these to your local HUD homeownership center. Once these have been accomplished and you have received a HUD issued name and address identification number, and that's the NAID number, you can show, advertise, and submit offers on HUD homes. Just remember, a lot of the small mom and pops that don't really care about selling foreclosures or HUD properties don't have an NAID number, so not everybody has one. Okay, next, let's discuss the general sales condition of HUD properties, and this one's really pretty easy. HUD only sells in as-is condition. HUD won't lift a finger, a screwdriver, a hammer. They do nothing to the properties. They're bought in strictly as-is condition. HUD does not warrant the condition of its properties and will not pay for the correction of defects or repairs. They go on to say, because of HUD's as-is policy, HUD homes can often be a great opportunity for those homebuyers in search of a fixer-upper. Not every HUD home needs fixing up, but when one does, it can be a real bargain. For example, HUD's asking price on the home reflects the appraised value in its current as-is condition unless otherwise specified. I have a huge problem with that. I don't believe that one bit. The homes I know of and the ones I'm going to show you in another video when I do a property inspection are way overpriced for their current as-is condition. It makes no sense because the repairs are just so much more than the value of the home in its as-is condition. So I totally disagree with that. While HUD does not provide direct financing for its rehabilitation of REO properties, FHA does provide rehabilitation financing assistance through the 203K Rehabilitation Loan Program. Also, keep in mind that on most sales, the buyer can request HUD to pay up to 3% of their financing and closing costs. So this is another very important point. HUD allows a buyer to ask for up to 3% of the purchase price and closing costs. So if the purchase price is $100,000, the buyer can ask for up to $3,000 in buyer closing cost assistance from HUD. And the best part about it, it's all a dollar amount. There's no checking boxes for surveys or inspections. It's strictly a dollar amount when you do the offer. Okay, next I'm going to explain HUD's revitalization area sales programs. I got a lot of questions on these, and people think you can buy a HUD home for $100, but actually you can't. And honestly, these programs are not going to apply to 99% or more of potential home buyers. It's just not the way it works. So revitalization areas are HUD designated geographic areas authorized by Congress under provisions of the National Housing Act. Revitalization areas are intended to promote the revitalization through expanded homeownership opportunities of revitalization areas. The criteria for designating an area as a revitalization area relate to number 1, household income, 2, homeownership rate, and 3, FHA insured mortgage foreclosure activity. So HUD-owned single-family properties located in a revitalization area are eligible for discounted sale through special programs. Now there's 2 programs. First one's the ACA, which is the Asset Control Area. Foreclosed properties conveyed back to FHA that are located in a designated ACA are first offered for sale to an ACA participant. Under the ACA program, your state, county, and local units of government, as well as approved nonprofit organizations, may enter into a 2-year contract with HUD requiring HUD to first make FHA properties located in an ACA exclusively available for sale to the ACA participant. So if a property is located in one of these areas, then these organizations that are signed up with them are going to get first dibs. So if the property has an appraised value of $25,000 or less, it can be purchased for $100. Properties with an appraised value greater than 25 but less than 50 are offered at a discount of $24,900. And all other properties sold under the ACA program are offered for sale at a discount of 50% of the appraised property value. And remember, the appraised property value is what the actual list price is. Okay, the next program, and this is the one that most people have heard about, is the Good Neighbor Next Door program. This is where HUD offers certain single-family properties for sale to law enforcement officers, teachers, firefighters, and emergency medical technicians at 50% off of the list price. So here's the problem with these programs. They're not offered to typical home buyers like you and I or investors. They're only offered to mostly government programs or government entities. Now, the Good Neighbor program, that only applies to, like we just said, law enforcement, teachers, but they have to be located in one of these areas. And these areas are not normally good areas. They're not areas that you really want to live in. So these properties and these programs, they're not really set up for us. And a lot of the public think that they can buy one of these at a discounted price, but in reality, you're not gonna be able to. Okay, that'll do it for this video. I appreciate it. As always, if you haven't, make sure and hit the subscribe button, the like button. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. I'll be glad to answer.